I always say this, man, but I'm usually not what most people picture when you hear the name Terrance.
Fact.
Look, man, if we got any questions, I'm not white. I'm just Michael Jackson Black on the cover of the Thriller album. You know what I'm saying? This is the way it works. I thought that was cute, though. Skip was up here talking about eating pussy like he actually knows. You know what I mean? Like, it's good shit. We all know black men don't eat pussy, all right? It's not the way this shit works, all right? Skip probably look at it and be like, do I gotta put saran wrap on it? Do I take this out of Tupperware? Like, what the fuck do I do with this thing, man? All I know is that's it. Man, all this talk about Get Out and shit, I ain't seen the movie, but I will tell y'all this, man. My first ever girlfriend was black. And this is a good time to tell y'all this. Reason being was because she was hot to me. Obviously, that's why I dated her. She was a cheerleader, I was a football player, right? And I just remember thinking, I was like, man, this is so cool. I'm dating a black girl, and we're making so much progress. I see at a game, her old man comes up to my old man at the concession stand. I'm on the sideline in the middle of a play, and I look up, I see them talking. I'm like, this is real fucking progress for America that we're making here, right? The game ends. My dad approached me and says, hey, you got to break up with Amber. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Dad? Turns out her dad approached my dad and said, she needs a strong black man in her life. Swear to God, this is a 100% true story. And I was like, strong black man, like, I can be everything that he could be, except I'm not black. Like, what kind of shit is this? And so we ended up breaking up because her father just couldn't stand me. So she ended up finding herself a strong black man, which really just ended up being Jesse Green, who was a local fucking drug dealer. But it didn't matter because he was black. It was all good to go. Like, it was good to go. He was that kind of... And I probably should stop using that motherfucker's real name, but I don't care. None of y'all know him, so I'm good right now, and I ain't getting sued for it. So.
I know Jesse Green now.
Fuck Jesse Green, man. That dude fought like a bitch, too, because I knew him since kindergarten. That motherfucker was the type of dude that would throw, like, windmill punches. So, like, when he was back here, you just go, yeah, like, just real quick in the chin, you know? So he's back here, yeah. You get two before one comes around. It was stupid, man. I loved it. Oh, shit, man. I'm just fucking around here because we got. I think it's a good crowd though for as small as it is, man. So I appreciate the shit out of y'all. You know, especially the non-comics here, but the comics, you know, I think y'all have been good because a lot of times it's hard to perform with other comics, man. It's gonna be shitty audiences. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna ask this question: anybody else besides myself ever think that you had HIV?
Yes.
I'm about to tell you what happened before mine, right? So, if you can't tell by the way I look, I'm in the military, right? I don't choose to look this racist, you know what I'm saying? It's just, the military requires you to cut your beard off, so I gotta go this way, right? So before I came into the military, you get drug tested and piss tested to make sure, you know, you're drug free. They make you do all kinds of, you know, physical, you know, things like that. I was a dumb shit and smoked weed like 3 days before I was supposed to come into the military, right? So I was like, this party, probably my last time as a civilian, right? And I'm sitting there just smoking it the fuck up. And this was at that time where like, you believe all the myths in society, you know what I'm saying? And at that time it was like, it stays in your system for 30 days. And I was like, oh man, I'm fucked. So I ended up going to MEPS, Military Entry Processing System, right? And this is where you do your little duck walk. And it's the weirdest thing for anybody who's never been in the military, man. They make you get down naked and or in your underwear, depending on who you got. Naked or in your underwear, and it's tighty whities, just so you know, all right? Get that full-on picture, all right? So they make you get naked and duck walk down and back. Among other things, man. Like there was an old ass dude that had like one working eye, and I'll never forget the thing that he said to me because it was like the most profound thing I heard in my military career at that time. He's like, bend over and spread your cheeks. And I was like, I don't understand what is happening right now. Like, what the fuck did I sign up for? And I swear to God, it's 100% true. The dude bend over, spread your cheeks. Like that's how I was like, okay. So I'm going through this whole fucking thing, and I'm nervous, man. I'm still sweating bullets because I'm like, man, they know I smoke weed. I know they're going to know. So I go into the deal where it comes time to do the piss and blood tests. And I was like, cool, I'm going to be one of the first motherfuckers in. I'm going to take the corner. I'm going to sit in the liaison's office, and they're going to tell me. And I passed, all right? I'm going to be real nervous because if I didn't make it, I don't know how I'm going to tell my dad. So I do my piss and blood test. I get my records back, and I go and sit in the liaison's office, right? All of a sudden, everybody that came in after me sitting, and they're going into the recruiter's office before me. So I'm like, they know. They know I smoked weed. Like, they looked at me like every time a recruiter would walk by, they was like, son. I was like, oh shit, man, they found out my secret. I know. So I start getting nervous about it. I flip through my records and I find the piss and blood test section and I see it. It says drug, P. They got me for being positive on drugs, y'all. I read that next line underneath it and I swear to y'all, my fucking heart jumped in my chest. It said HIV. I looked at this and I was like, I don't give a shit about weed. I got HIV. How the fuck did I do this? What am I gonna tell my dad? What am I gonna tell my friends? What am I gonna, more importantly, tell my 2 girlfriends, right? Because I had 2 at the time at least. And the shitty part about it is like, I was so fucked up in my own head. I was like, which one am I gonna tell and which one am I gonna love up so that way I can at least marry them, because I can't have sex with anybody else. They got HIV, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta at least lock that pussy down, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna knock that shit out the rest of my fucking life. However many 5 years I got left, I'm knocking that shit the fuck out, all right? But I need to lock one of them down. I gotta choose which one, all right? So I'm sitting there and immediately, man, I start leaking like 4 different kinds of fluid, man, like snot, tears, sweat. I'm like, like you know, like that soul cry, like somebody punched you in your fucking chest, you know what I mean? Like, like I'm sitting there and this Army Sergeant Major, I'm in the Air Force, but it was an Army Sergeant Major, he's like, you okay, son? And I was like, I'm good. And I fucking just storm off into the bathroom. It was a 100% true story. I storm off into the bathroom. I fucking lost it, y'all. I just, I'm wiping everything off my face. I'm wailing. The most ridiculous part about it is I start making ridiculous promises to God at this point. I'm like, God, I swear I'll like never masturbate again. I swear I'll always use protective sex. I'll just live by your way, Lord. I will live the way that Jesus wants me to. You know, you want me to walk, you want me to hold that cross, you want me to put it on the crown, God. You want me to suffer for you, Lord. I ain't touching my dick again, nothing. I swear, like, just God find me a wholesome girl. Like, just don't let me have HIV. I swear I'll do anything. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. I go back, I kind of collect myself, and my eyes were swollen. I get called back in the recruiter, and he's like, all right, son, what kind of job you want? And I was like, this motherfucker's playing with me. The fuck you mean what job I want? Like, you know good and hell well I got HIV. You know good and hell well I got HIV. I ain't coming in the military, man. Why you messing with me? And he's in there, he's like, yeah, what kind of job you want? And I was like, can you tell me what these P's mean? And he says, oh yeah, that means it's pending. No, you don't even understand the amount of relief that came to me. Like, I sat there, I swear to y'all, I was like, I got an erection right then and there. I was like, I'm fucking both my girlfriends. I'm gonna go home. I'm not telling anybody shit, all right? I'm gonna beat off immediately because I don't know when I'm gonna live. I don't know how much time I got left on this earth, all right? And I gotta make the most of this shit, all right? This is the way this has gotta go. But my name is Terrance G, man. Y'all been great. Thank y'all so much.
Relatable, That's fucking funny.
That's a funny fucking story.
That's funny as shit. Especially coming from my military.
One more time with Terrance G. One more time with Terrance G.